So, hi everyone. This is Alicia Brown from Fruition Publishing Concierge Services, CEO, of course. And I just wanted to briefly just come in with a few messages, just some brief information from you, for you. Just got off a seminar with a couple of author coaching friends, different experts in different parts of the book publishing, book marketing, book distribution process. But I just wanted to come in because we had this interesting discussion, and it's really, this is my everyday. So I've had some interesting discussions for, past days of this week, and just wanted to share some important information that I think authors really need to know and should be encouraging for some of you, whether you're a new launch or you're in the process of writing your next bestseller, or you already have things published and you're sort of trying to gain some new traction. Again, it all comes down to strategy. And all too often, if you followed me, you will hear this over and over again. All too often, authors do not think outside the box. They are too focused on launching or the idea of the book. But then it's like when it's time to put your foot on the pedal, put your foot on the gas, it's like I don't know if it's analysis paralysis or, what I really just see is a lack of planning because this is a business and it's something that has to be done continually. So one of the things I wanted to share, of course, don't expect everyone to know this, but it all has to do with the industry. And as a publisher, I studied the industry. There's a lot of things going on with shipping. So a lot of the print on demand providers for books, a lot of the systems that publishers use, as well as those that are self-published authors, there's been a slight increase in pricing, nothing major. But I have people that want to talk about printing as far as using print on demand people or they whether they should be using a local printer or a lot of people, it's that whole, oh, if I order like from China and get their distribution, I can get my books for like a couple bucks a copy. Well, I must say there's plus and minuses to that. Again, that strategy, because you certainly can get your books from China for a couple bucks a book. However, you normally have to order about 5,000 books. And with that comes other things. If you're part of my Beyond Publishing distribution training that I did a few weeks back, you would know that because one of the things is now we have to add costs for the inventory. Where is it going to be? Again, are you going to be responsible for the shipping from your home? If so, wherever you're living, you got to check your insurance to make sure they cover that. Things happen like storms, floods, loss, theft. Does your home insurance or if you're renting your real insurance cover that? If not, not a great idea to have those in your house. But then if you're going to have them in a distribution center, there's extra costs and things like that. When it comes to local printing, depends on where you're at. But I can tell you the average local printer, whoever they are. I even have some small time guys that I work with for different things. They're very expensive. Often a paperback book from them is like $25 a book. So that's why a lot of us would not use a local printer. Now, there are some companies that are trying to come in a little cheaper, but really the print on demand guys is often for indie publishers, for self publishers, for people like that. It's normally your best option. But out of all of that, lumber, that's why a lot of people are also having problems in the housing market. Lumber charges because of the pandemic are going up. That means that a lot of these printing places, no matter what option you choose, those things are going up. And then for my friends who do have an effective strategy for why they're using like the printers from other countries, like I said, with China and whatever, um, a lot of your books are now severely delayed because printing from China right now, printing from some of these out of country printers, although in the past they might have been the cheaper option individually if you had demand for 5,000 or more books, right now your books are stuck at different ports. I've had people that have used their system successfully having their book hung up for additional 3 to 6 months because they can't get the things over here. So it's a serious thing. But again, That's why it helps to work with professionals to know what your best option is for your strategy and your platform. And then if plan A isn't working, what is the plan B? Like I said, the print on demand major systems that most publishers and indie authors use now, they're slightly going to increase their prices, and that starts in the beginning of November. They're not drastically increasing their prices so for most of you, it won't be a big deal. But it's just some things. This is why knowing the industry and working with professionals that are constantly studying the industry and know it is very important. I will have some other updates coming, but here's one bonus tip I want to leave you with today to help you with your sales. Something for you to keep in mind, because remember, it's just like business. Being a published author is a business. It works when you work it. Is one of those tips I will leave you with you today is please, if you don't have it, I've said in the past, maybe you weren't part of our platform when I've said it, please know the national holiday calendar. I'll repeat, please have a copy of the national holiday calendar. That's very important because unfortunately, people think when they launch a book, that's it. No, it's not. You do have launch day. There's excitement, over that initial book launch, but there's also relaunching. Some people launch their book twice a year. Some people do a soft launch every 3 months. And for some people, that sounds ridiculous. Why would you just keep relaunching, relaunching, relaunching? Because there's a lot of people that don't know who you are. They never heard of you. They never heard of your book. Maybe they're newer to your platform. And no, you do not want to be one of those annoying people that every single day is saying, buy my book. Let me tell you about my book. Have you bought my book yet? My book is for sale. No, you don't do that. But again, a launch, relaunching. What are the new things? What's your next upcoming project? How, with the current events, is your book a solution much needed now? And in between that time of launching, it's not just getting a calendar thing and relaunching, but what press have you garnered? Where are you in the media? Are you writing articles? Are you looking at upcoming holidays and strategizing the different organizations that need your book? Businesses do this all the time when it comes to serious holidays. There's things for Halloween, there's things for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Maybe there's spring holidays that are very important to your book. Maybe you wrote a book on dogs, or dogs are featured. National Dog Lovers Day. Those are things as a business you should be planning around. And I always say, if you're a published author, you have a business. So that's something that can help you. Of course, we're almost at the end of September. So you should already be thinking about what are your sales, what are your offerings for the holiday season coming up. That's another tip. When people come to me at this time, you want to publish a book in time for Christmas, it really is too late. Books that are supposed to be out for Christmas and around that season, those books should be finalized way before now, and you should be holding a copy of it in your hands if you're expecting to have this available and proper marketing and promotion by Christmas. There are some exceptions to the rule, as always, but there's a cyclical part of this. So know the national holidays, know for what your existing brand is, what your existing book is, what are you offering for the holidays? And if you have followed me any duration of time, I will tell you it's about a book, but it's never just about a book. So please don't be out here peddling, find my book for Christmas. My book is for Christmas. My book is awesome for Christmas. Christmas gifts. Yeah, that's all good. But what else are you offering? The book is the low-hanging fruit. What else is there? Is there some type of coaching? Is there a video that goes with that with some type of special auditory features? Do you have t-shirts or other merchandise? Some authors have plush animals that go in harmony with their book. So that's something that they have in a bundle package, because the name of the game isn't trying to get as many individuals to buy the book, but how many bulk sales can you get? I don't know about you, but I'd rather have one organization or one person want 100 of those bad boys or 1,000 of those bad boys versus trying to get 1,000 people just to buy one book. So it's part of a strategy. You need to have a strategy. And if you haven't published your book yet, and maybe your book is coming out in the next several months or next year, this is game time for you to be doing that planning. What is the national holiday? What are special events and causes that happen around your book? What are some of the special events that major organizations plan annually? And don't let the pandemic scare you, because the thing is, the pandemic has put extra pressure since there's a lot of alterations to live events and things like that. That they want to still capture the attention of that audience that they normally have these in person events for. But a lot of times they're looking for extras and different ways to pivot and take advantage of that. So make sure that you're using your brand, you're using your offerings, you're using your message, likeness, and image to help them fill that gap. Just like your book, you should be the solution. You should be the one that is highly sought after. And you only can get that by the work you put into it, but also knowing the value that you add from what you have to offer, which always supersedes just a physical book. So I hope these tips have been helpful. I do encourage you to follow us, fruitionpublishing.com. Find us at our different social media sites. Of course, I'm Alicia Brown, the Joy Guru, so you can always follow my personal site and thejoyguru.net. But this was just some words of wisdom and some tips, bonus tips for you. And I will be talking to you even sooner. All right, now, bye bye for now.